All right. Good morning, Keller Williams, Greater Metropolitan, and welcome to our weekly sales meeting. Excited to have you all here with us. We're going to go ahead and dive right into today's session. We've got updates from around the horn from everybody on our staff and leadership team to make sure that you know what's going on and you get to hear from everybody on our crew. As we like to start every week, we will start this week with a little update or a little reminder of our mission, vision, values, beliefs, or perspectives. Today, we're going to look at our beliefs. So these are affectionately referred to as the Y4C2Ts. So win-win, integrity, customers, commitment, communication, creativity, teamwork, trust, equity, and success. We like to highlight each one of these each week. And so as we are standing on the cusp of December, so we are not at the end of the year, but you can definitely see it from where we're standing. We have enjoyed a tremendous amount of success this year and in recent years. And it is important, and we are often reminded and reminding each other as a leadership team, as a staff, that all of our success is as a company is due to the individual success of our agents. And so that results through people is the most, is probably it's the last, but certainly not the least on this list. And that's because we value our relationship with all of you. We value the opportunity to serve you in building your business. And I know, as I have a couple of our partners on the screen as well, Sean Hadley and Tiffany, I can see you. I know that you guys are in the same boat, and you are some of the people that help us achieve success as well. So carrying over from the week of gratitude and Thanksgiving and cutting new notches into your belt, we want to say thank you to all of you, and we're looking forward to serving you again and more throughout the remainder of this year and into next year. So as we look at our businesses, and what we are meant to do is take listings. And so as we do every week, go ahead and pop into your chat box and let us know what listings you have coming. KWGM agents are listing a lot. I apologize, those are not updated numbers. That's from pre-Thanksgiving, but I can tell you that our listings for November as a company are almost 7.5% higher than they were last year. And guys, that is huge. If you remember last year, which I know some of us feel like that was either yesterday or 100 years ago, but if you look at what happened throughout the fourth quarter last year, to be beating in any metric, let alone arguably the most important metric, is a huge testament to your success and your results and your ability to go out there and paint the town red. So let us know where all these listings are coming from. Almost 200 on the month from the office. All right. I think that JC, Julia Cumming, do you want to talk briefly about this one? Sorry, my slides are already out of order this morning. But I think today is our final day, or have we passed the deadline for our staging?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, we technically passed the deadline, but if you are in desperate need for a ticket, just email me. The Eventbrite is closed. But we can probably squeeze a couple more people in. This event is on Thursday, and it's going to be great. You can get your staging certification along with 6 hours of CE. So we look forward to a lot of you guys attending on Thursday.
That is awesome. And we were just having a conversation yesterday with our resident MAPS coach and investor partner, Terry Shimaleski, and she said this is one of the most important courses that she took in building her real estate business. It just opens your mind up and makes the way that you tour homes, the way that you look at homes, the way that you list homes, all so much better. All around makes you a better realtor. So a great opportunity for anybody looking to grow and grow their business into next year. All right, guys, quick rundown of our December calendar. We're going to hit on a couple of these throughout the time together today, but want to just give a couple of heads up. One, there is an investor mastermind in Rocky River next week at 9 a.m. And so this is a group that we have been building throughout the year of agents that serve primarily investors, work with investors, are investors themselves. And so we're going to have a really awesome conversation about this phenomenon around Airbnbs and how they are becoming a great way to increase the net income on properties, especially in cities like Cleveland, Ohio. So if you have ever thought, hey, I want to get into investing, or I want to learn more about this model that I'm seeing all over my Instagram and TikTok as these overnight millionaires talk about it, we're going to be learning from somebody who's built out a portfolio of Airbnbs, knows how to identify, upgrade, and then manage an Airbnb. So going to be a lot of great learning there. Big shout out to our sales meeting next Tuesday as well. We're going to have the person I just mentioned, Terry Shimileski, who is a MAPS coach for KW. So she is one of the very few coaches in that echelon. She's a mastery coach, and she's going to be working through the use of a Keller Williams tool that you may be familiar from with Bold or Ignite, or even the business planning clinic it came up, and that's the 411. And so this is a way to organize your goals and your tasks and your business from what needs to happen each week, each month, each year, so that you can stay on track. Because we know, like we talked about a few weeks ago at the business planning clinic, getting those goals down to daily and weekly levels, they are incredibly achievable. And so the opportunity to learn from somebody who has mastered this tool is next week. She'll be taking almost the full hour to walk through, so don't be late. And then finally, GM Title and Cross Country Mortgage, both providing some really unique and specific trainings on the 9th and 16th. So for those of you who need help understanding or want a refresher on everything that's on closing documents and Alta statements, as well as if you go to that investor mastermind on the 8th, make sure you go to the investor class on with Sean on the 16th. All right, guys, you heard us talk about it last week. Family reunion tickets are live. This is going to be in Orlando, Florida. It is going to be the largest real estate event in the history of the industry. So who would want to miss out on that? If you are not familiar with family reunion, get familiar. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to, you can go to the family reunion website and learn a little bit more, see some videos and some clips from things in the past. But just imagine 20 to 25,000 real estate agents all gathered in one place, masterminding together, learning from the very best, and taking advantage of the opportunity to grow referral networks. We have an agent in this office, a couple agents in this office who attend every family reunion, specifically for the purpose of building referral relationships across the country. And folks, that's their entire business nearly. And so a tremendous opportunity for personal, professional, and business growth. And then we heard from a few folks just before the Thanksgiving holiday about Bold. It is back. It is live. It is in person. It is January 19th. Thank you to everybody who's already reached out to me. We are working with KWRI to get a live registration link to get you the opportunity to sign up right away. We've confirmed that we are going to be at the Woodside Event Center in Broadview Heights, same place we did the business planning clinic. So nice, centrally located, easy. Guys, here's the number one things that you need to know, or the top things you need to know. Brand new content, shorter time in the classroom, more opportunities for engagement and doing work outside of the classroom. So it's going to be a smaller time commitment, but a much bigger impact. The results we're seeing from in-person Bold are as high as they have ever been. And so if you're interested in learning more, if you're interested in getting on the early bird list, please email me, let me know, and we'll make sure we get you lined up. So Bold is one of those trainings that we, because it's so big and it's so glorious, we end up having to pay a little extra for it as an agent. So how would you like to have a little cash stored away to do that? Kari, you want to tell us a little bit about training savings as we get into that time of year where we all want more savings?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, so it pretty much says everything right there, but basically we have these amazing events coming up, especially Bold, which is coming in January. And if you want to save a little bit of money for it, if you're having some closings, we can actually put money in your training savings with the office, which is where we hold it. So if you know you have some closings coming up in December, if you wanted to put aside, say like $50 from every deal, we can hold that for you. If you just want to give me an email, if you wanted to get that set up, or you can also put it in the notes section of your commission request. And also, for those of you who have not heard or seen or got your cookbook yet, we still have 22 more copies available for purchase. They are $10 a book. They sold out pretty quickly, so if you're interested in getting a copy for your own, you can reach out to me. You can email me or say in the chat and we can get you down, but we only have 22 copies left. That is all.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, now we're going to throw it over to Miss Ceara with some updates on opportunity time and what's been going on there.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I am going to talk to you about opportunity time and renewals, actually. So opportunity time, for anyone that doesn't know, is something that you sign up for through MyKW. And I'll throw the link in there. And if you have questions about how to do it, just send me an email and I'll guide you. But anyways, you get 3 shifts a month, and it's just where incoming calls to the office are transferred directly to your cell phone. So it's a great way to potentially gain new leads, new clients. It's just a really great opportunity. As far as renewals,
Real quick, sorry, can I clarify a couple things on opportunity time?
Oh yeah, sure.
Is there anybody who is who's not allowed to do opportunity time? Any agent can sign up, right?
Any agent.
Any agent can sign up, and I got to come into the office, or
no.
My phone.
You can literally clean your house, do whatever. We do just ask that, like, if you're gonna sign up, like, answer the phone.
Yeah.
When it rings.
So if anybody wants to clean my house while they're on opportunity time, I think that's 2 birds, 1 stone. I love it. No, guys, this is a great opportunity for literally anybody who is interested in, the opportunity for more business. And so if you haven't seen it, Ceara, you post when the availability is? When do you post those?
I typically post on Thursdays for like the upcoming weekend and following week.
Yep. And so, guys, people are going to be in their homes a lot more in the next 30 days. The more people are in their homes, candidly, the more they start to dislike them. So they might start ringing up some people about listings. For those of you who are touching your clients right now, that's a great conversation to have with them. But for the people that don't have realtors yet, opportunity time is a tremendous way to pick up another piece of business.
Oh yeah, we've had several agents with a lot of big wins. And if you've been here for any length of time, I've shared those wins in our Facebook group. But people have had great deals closed from just picking up the phone, and the fortunes in the follow-up. So I forward voicemails when I get voicemails to the person that's on opportunity time, just follow up. I need to be surprised what's on the other end of the phone. So license renewals, I'm not going to go over all of them, but just a few key points. When you guys take CE through our office or through other sources, you always need to save your certificates, because your certificates have to be submitted with your renewal applications. And your first birthday after obtaining your license, you owe a renewal. The fee for that renewal is $181. So you owe the renewal application and that fee. There is no CE due with that specific renewal. But if you miss the deadline for that renewal, then the fee does jump up to $307. So it is important to make sure that you're paying attention to that and when it's due. You can always check where you're standing with renewals on e-license. If you have questions about that and how to get there, you can email me. But always make sure you save your certificates. And the first birthday renewal, your 20 hours is another one that often has a lot of confusion. And that is an entire course that you will take after obtaining your license, typically through your real estate school. You'll take that course and then you will need to submit your certificate and just a short form to the Division of Real Estate. Your school does not do that for you. So you need to make sure that you do it. And that specific renewal does not come with any fees attached to it unless you miss the deadline.
If I
And
miss
then
the
it's just-
deadline, if I miss the deadline, can I practice real estate?
You cannot. You
Okay.
will be suspended for any renewal. You will be suspended by the division, and we are notified, and then we will notify you. You cannot practice real estate in any form during your suspension. And then, as I mentioned, the fees are greater when you do miss the deadline.
Guys, if you have any concern, if there's like a little pit in your stomach where you're like, wait, did I get licensed 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Oh my gosh, wait, when did I actually get my license? If that just happened to you, like it did with me, then, Ceara is your person to contact. Reach out to her and she will get you squared away on what you need, when you need it, and what you need to do. And then you will be able to practice real estate. It really hurts when somebody's got like a sweet listing or something under contract and we get notification that their license got suspended. So don't
Yeah.
let it happen.
And just to reiterate, like at no point do any of your real estate school or like us, we don't submit any of these renewals on your behalf. And nothing is submitted like automatically or renewed automatically. You have to manually go in and submit your renewals.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Ceara, for that and for keeping all of our crew licensed. Back over to Julia Cumming. A lot of buzz around this, and not just because of my potential to wear platform shoes.
All right, everyone. So the annual holiday party is December 11th. That is a week from this Saturday. It is coming up faster than I think most of us expected, but it is at Goodnight John Boy, which is down in the Flats, East Bank of Cleveland. It is in the former location of Magnolia. So if you have attended previous holiday parties for the last few years, it's in the same location. And it will be from 5 to 8. So please, I'll put the ticket link in the chat. You and a guest, there will be drink tickets on us and a variety of different light fare there. So this is typically like a super, super fun event. We hope to see as many of you there as possible. And to Mike's comment, it is a 70s themed bar. That in no way or shape or form means you have to dress in that apparel, although he may. But just come, have a good time. There will be good music, food, friends. So we hope to see as many of you there as can make it.
It's an awesome event if you've been with this company for 19 years. It's an awesome event if you've been with it for 19 days. Don't miss out on the opportunity to mix and mingle with so many of our great agents. Now, that is really fun, Julia. So you gotta, we should have put these in a different order.
Okay, now everyone's actual favorite topic, which is your annual board dues. So it is that time of year again for those of you who have been with us through a season of Januaries. But the board of realtors that you belong to, 9 times out of 10, they are due in January. It is required that you belong to a board of realtors in the state of Ohio. That is also where you have your National Association of Realtor membership through. And I have some dates and information about the most common ones. So the majority of our agent body belongs to ACAR, which is Akron Cleveland Association of Realtors. Those dues are due on January 13th. And after that, there will be a $25 late fee. if you belong to the Medina County Board of Realtors, which I think is our second most membered, they're due tomorrow, or there's a $25 late fee. So double check your emails. You're getting them from me. You're getting them from the boards to find the links to pay or log in and do those. You can also typically call and pay over the phone. With Medina, after December 15th, the late fee jumps to $50. And then the other one I have information for is Lake and Geauga. That is due January 1st. And after the 8th, there will be a late fee. The common theme here is there's a late fee if you don't pay by the first date. And if they're not typically paid by February 1st, your license is suspended by the board, the division, us. There's nothing we can do about it. So be on the lookout for emails from me with reminders and links. What Kari talked about previously in training savings, it's a great thing to also set aside for, knowing this comes every January. These range from $600 to $700. So it's, not a small thing to overlook and ignore throughout the year. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. If you have questions about specific board dues or payment plans, I'm happy to help with all that information.
Love that. Thank you for being the guru of all things board dues for our agents, JC, keeping us all in business. I don't know, did I catch Eric Uchbar on the call? Yeah, there he is. Eric Uchbar, productivity coach in the Pepper Pike office. Wanted to ask him to come on and just let us know what's going on in his program and what do you do in December to build a business?
Great question. Great question. First off, to reiterate your point, going to Terry's session next week is really important. Everyone who coaches with me understands and knows the importance of a 411. Terry really knows that inside and out. So make sure you go next week to Tuesday's meeting and understand what a 411 is. If you're like most agents and always want to get stuff done, and at the end of the week, you're like, did I actually do what I was supposed to do? That's what helps keep you on track. So anyways, a couple of points I wanted to go over that I'm talking with a lot of agents right now. First off, a lot of us feel like we're in this Thanksgiving mode. We used to call it pro time, right? That the agents who are working today are usually the full-time and the productive agents that you'll see around the office. My recommendation right now is make a decision. Are you going to work during this time of the year? Or are you not? And here's why. If you're not going to work, take it off guilt-free and enjoy the time with your family. Don't go home and think, well, geez, I shouldn't be here. And now the only caveat to that is make sure that you are financially stable enough to do that. If you're not able to, let's get to work. So that brings us to our second point. If we are going to work, I'm going to give you some actual points and that we can do. A note that I had written down, I read this quote this week: people give up what they most want for what they want now. Again, people give up what they most want for what they actually want now. So make sure that you're not doing that, right? Not just being a slave to your feelings, right? Just saying, I really don't feel like making these calls or feel like reaching out to individuals. Secondly, what we can do, if we are going to make the decision to get to work here, it's the easiest time of the year to work, and that's going to be making calls to our sphere. If you haven't called your sphere, possibly all year, all month, all week, whatever it is, set away some time right now. If it's not your schedule, it doesn't exist. So go ahead and set some time away tomorrow, Friday, whatever it is, and say for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm going to make a call. I promise you this, everyone who starts ends up not wanting to stop. Yet it's so hard to get started with it. So just put it in your schedule. Don't think about it. Just show up and start making the calls right through your list, and ask people how they're doing. Everyone's got so much activity going on this year. Spending is at an all-time high. So people went on vacations, people bought cars, people bought houses. They're going to be willing to pour into you when you use your Ford script. Again, family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So again, set that time up. Do it right now. Put it in your phone before I'm done with this this small session here. Number 3. Have you forgotten your goals already from Business Planning Clinic? It's amazing how quickly we forget. And my definition of that is, if I came up to you and asked you, what are your goals for next year? I watch high achievers tell me, Eric, this is number 1, 2, and 3 are my 3 goals that I have for this upcoming year. what are the strategies that you're actually using specifically to get there? My coaching clients have actually detailed out, here's what we're going to do, here's when I'm doing it. And they have a defined plan of what they're going to do. I'd recommend doing that as well. So those are the three notes I've got for you. Hopefully that was helpful for everyone.
I love that, man. It is extremely helpful. And I just put time in my calendar to make some of my calls. So I appreciate you giving us a call to action there. And then, yeah, remember your goals and bring them to that 411 conversation next week, right?
Yeah, very
Excellent.
good point. Yeah, make sure you have those outlined for next week on Tuesday.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Eric. All right, guys, our broker, Andrew Ginter, couldn't be here today because he is at a hearing doing that broker thing, protecting our agents and their businesses. So while we don't, we hate to have him not here, it is he's out there doing the work of the work for a broker. And so he and I connected last night. And he's like, hey, listen, I'm getting a lot of questions about this. Can you break down the do's and don'ts for holiday referral rewards? Right. And so we want to celebrate and reward the people who help us, but we don't want to do anything that puts our business in jeopardy. And, so we want to go over some things that you can and can't do. And so first, do reward the referral. Right. I know every time Andrew and I laugh about this because anytime we try and parse out the details of something, somebody always hears like, oh, well, you said not to do rewards for referrals. That's not what we're saying. Reward your referrals, reward them early, reward them often, reward them multiple times throughout your transaction. Do not offer direct compensation. You cannot offer direct compensation for a referral to anybody who's not a licensed real estate agent. That's an actual referral. But you can't say, I'll pay you $500, for every deal you find me, right? That is not allowed. And if you are doing that, stop doing it right now, because that is one of the things that will put your license immediately in jeopardy. Do think about your client's desires. Right, in terms of the referrer's desires, more specifically, because look, folks want to help you, so they give you referrals, and then you want to reward the behavior you want repeated. And so, if somebody is willing to help you, you want to make them feel good about it. You don't want to always just create a feedback loop, especially with things like direct compensation where, oh, every referral I give, I expect to get something back. That's okay. But you just want to make sure that, like, are they doing it for the $10 Starbucks card? Are they doing it for the dinner? Are they doing it for you? We're going to talk at the end about an event we have coming up that's going to be really helpful in dialing in on what's the most important thing to this person and how can I help them? Don't advertise the incentives. Right? If you're going to give a $10 Starbucks card to anybody who gives you a referral as a thank you, that's great. It's not illegal to say like, hey, anybody who gives me a referral gets a $10 Starbucks card. But again, you might not be getting the people who have your best interest, or you might not be getting quality leads, or you might not be representing your brand and your unique value proposition in the best way. And it could be could muddy the waters when you're advertising. Anybody who does this for me gets that. But here's the thing: gift cards, raffles, dinners, happy hours, whether it's in a group, with an individual, with people who have given you X number of referrals, like all of that stuff works, right? Because you're providing an opportunity or an experience or some sort of gift as a result of that, not in exchange for that, right? And then finally, and I can't stress this enough, do not use money. Do not use money as a way to reward a referral. That ultimately is going to end up in very hot water. It's a potential to be viewed as a transaction by a real estate agent outside of a brokerage. money and compensation changing hands related to that. So it can be very, very detrimental to your career. Just know you guys everyone on this call is a wonderful person and people want to help you and you want to make it fun for people to help you. And so reward the referrals, do it in a way that your clients love, do it in a way that's fun for you. If you love going out to dinner, you love going out to cocktail hour, you love shopping, like you can create a lot of experiences that are fun for people who have referred you business that are also fun for you. That's how we learn to love what we do, is when we align it with what we love to already do. So if you have any questions about, oh, am I allowed to do this? Is this an improper incentive? Like if I say this on my website, what does that mean? Please, Andrew and I and the rest of the leadership team are here to help with that. But we want to make sure that this time of year, when people start throwing some big stuff out, that you're doing it in a great way. And Portia, great example. Gave some Cavs tickets, right? That's an easy thing. That's a real fun one. And then you get to go to the Cavs. All right, gang. If you have any questions about that, please. Oh, wow. That was just the beginning of the story. I'm going to go back real quick. Portia says she gave Cav tickets last week and has now been invited over for dinner and has 3 more referrals. So that is very exciting. Great time of year to build your lead pool, guys. Great time of year to do it and a great way to do it. All right, now we're going to throw it over to our partners, starting with Sean Hadley with Cross Country Mortgage. And do I see a Don Jarecki? I do. Gentlemen.
Morning, everybody. All right, so couple of topics for today. So rates, there's been, in short, upward pressure and kind of a gradual increased interest rates over the past couple of months. We saw that kind of turn a little bit with the new variant for COVID. So any kind of negative news in the world related to COVID might have a little bit of a positive effect, that is, improvement in interest rates. I won't say rates are necessarily improving, but kind of stabilizing. And right now the outlook is a little less pessimistic than it might have been before that announcement. So rates still strong, kind of hanging right around that just over 3% on kind of your standard 30-year conventional. Going to drop in the chat board a little flyer just on down payments. Read another article a week or so ago that still one of the most common myths out there, that you need 20% down to purchase. As I think everybody probably knows on this call, FHA 3.5% down, VA 0 down, and conventional financing for a primary residence, single family, you can do 5% down and even 3% down for first-time home buyers. Had a conversation with a buyer last night. Had been saving up all this money and is putting 20% down and thought that was necessary. They may have still waited till now to buy anyhow, but had they known, they may not have waited just quite this long. And then just a reminder, I know on the training calendar it popped up on the 16th, seems to be the theme for the next couple of weeks, investment. We're going to talk on investor classes, or excuse me, talk during the class about investment financing. It's on the 16th at 1 o'clock. It'll be a Zoom. It's one of our more popular classes that we put on once or twice a year. So I definitely encourage you to check it out, whether it's for your clientele or for you personally, if you're looking to get into the investment game. But Don?
Yeah, there's really not much to add to that. And next we have that class on the investment properties. We'll give you a greater depth on the amount of down payment necessary for properties. It isn't necessarily 25% down for investment properties. You can get in for less than that, and we'll go over that in that meeting. And as far as interest rates go, just know this, and for whatever reason, bad news is great news for interest rates. And like Sean said, we get this new variant out of South Africa, and everybody's flight to safety is to the bond market, which rallies interest rates. And more so than us dropping 1/4 to 3/8 or anything like that, it's stabilized our market more than anything for the time being until they figure this stuff out.
So that's the response I want to go with when I'm on the phone with my sphere and I'm talking through, and they say, what's going to happen with this new variant, right? I want to clap back with the idea that, like, look, this has the potential to put interest rates in a more stable zone, because what rocks the boat, we don't want to rock it more. Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
well said.
correct.
All right, excellent. So there's a script for you there when you're on the phone and somebody brings up what's going on with COVID these days. Listen, any conversation, as we talk about so many times, real estate events happen when life events happen. And so, this thing with COVID is been a long run life event that just, got the coals kicked up again. And so it's going to mean something to somebody. So being conversant on those things is going to allow you to get to the motivation that's important to your clients. Guys, thank you so much for that. And looking forward to that class on the 16th. All right, over to our crew with Greater Metropolitan Title and Escrow. Let me get some spotlights here. All right, guys, what's up? How we doing?
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I don't know if everyone remembers me talking a while back that we were creating open house baskets. And I wanted to let everyone know that those are ready. And what is in there is chips, water, masks. Like you said, the COVID variant is here again, so masks are still important. Boot covers, antibacterial, pens, and they will also include flyers pertaining to the open house. So if you guys are interested in that, just to take a little stress off of you and worrying about those aspects of your open house, please let me know and I will be more than happy to drop those off at either office.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. Tiffany?
I don't really have anything to add, but we love to be a part of those things, especially if you're doing a broker's open. That's something that we would love to help with, sponsor, bring snacks, water. It gives us an opportunity to get out of the office. Wink, wink.
We love that.
Yeah, I mean, Jade's out of the office more than I am, but it gives us an opportunity to get out of the office and mix and mingle and get to know you guys a little better. Because the better we know you, the better we can accommodate what your wants and expectations are at closing. And the more we learn about you, the better. So if you're doing a broker's open now or in 4 months or whenever they pop up, just let Jade know. And if we can make it, one of us or both of us will be there.
Excellent. Thank you guys for that. And, taking advantage of that opportunity. It's one of those good forcing functions where I've got to be a little bit more planned out with when and where I'm doing my open houses. So, that's not a terrible thing. And helps us organize our business better. But thank you so much for being willing to do that and helping our crew out. All right, let me get next up to the plate. We have Miss Gina Legeza. Where'd you go, Gina? Oh, there you are. Miss Gina Legeza with America's Preferred Home Warranty.
Good morning, everybody. Great
Morning.
to be back from the holidays. Just a couple reminders of what to do if this should happen to you. I want to thank all of you for your continued partnership and support. So a few of these circumstances have came up lately, Michael, and I thought I might mention them. So listing, when you list with a home warranty, you want to make sure that you get the paperwork in within a 24 to 48 hour period. If you then have a buyer, it is not considered a listing warranty. So very important, get your listing paperwork in as soon as possible for your seller so that your seller can take advantage of coverage during time of listing. I'm getting some calls on what to do if the client is about to close and they want a home warranty. Please feel free, and I'll put my information in the contact chat box. Email me the brochure. I will get it into the system and save our clients $150 so that they may have real estate pricing. Super important. It's never too late to put a warranty on and take advantage of the real estate pricing. And then lastly, just making sure that everybody makes sure they get their data collections in. It's $50 for you. Take advantage of that. Our new form, just have to do some check marks. Make sure you get that in so you get your money. And that's kind of just my update for the week. Thank you.
Gina, any real quick, if I'm making a care call throughout the month of December, somebody I sold a home to or helped buy a house this year, what are the most common things from a home warranty standpoint that they're, now that we're in the winter wonderland, what are the things that might be popping up or might be an issue that I could poke at, or just make sure that they're thinking about?
Great reminder for everybody. So the number one common question that I get calls from our agents is it covered? The furnace wasn't tested or something in the summertime. They weren't able to turn it on. What happens when they turn it on? Like anything, when the homeowner moves into the home, we have a staggering number of 70% of homeowners experience a major system failure in the first 30 days. They have to use everything one time. Okay. They can't turn it on and have a problem. For those of you on the call, I'm here for you. You can always call me. We'll work through it. But just keep in mind, there's going to be things that are covered and things that are not. They have to use the furnace. And because they can choose their own licensed contractor, we're going to remedy that for our clients that day. So they're not struggling without heat. It happens on a Saturday. We're going to be there to help them to make sure that they're safe and their family members are safe. So Michael, that's the most common thing that I'm hearing with furnace claims a lot, and just first turning things on. Want to make sure it's in good working order. And also, I'll remind you guys, we can be the glue to your deals. A lot of people right now, Michael, are not having home inspections. Guess what? Put a home warranty on it. As long as things are in good working order, we're going to be there to help make you look good. Keep that referral tree intact. So some additional reminders.
Love that. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for all of the support you give our agents. All right, guys, the last thing I want to talk about today, we know it's the holiday season. We talked a lot about referrals. We're gonna, for our last reverse book club of the year, we are going to go through a book called Giftology. And it's a deep dive into gift giving. And so I am going to be parsing out all of the biggest takeaways of this book for you to whether you're buying for a spouse or loved one, mom, dad, the kiddos, maybe there's maybe a little bit more thought that can be rolled into it, or maybe a little bit bigger of an impact, or when you're rewarding the referral from that person that's given you the third referral this month, right? What do you know about them, and how do you really activate who they are through gift giving? It's been a great read. There's a ton of good takeaways. We will get it down into that 30 to 45 minute range to help everybody, give a little more intentionally, we'll say, here in the holiday season. But that is Friday morning at 9 a.m. Friday morning at 9 a.m. via Zoom. We will be breaking down Giftology by John Ruhlin. Don't miss it. It'll be a super fun event, and you'll be coming right off your staging certification. And we will look forward to seeing you there. Guys, that's all she wrote this morning. We're gonna get you back out on the grind here about 12 minutes earlier than usual. Appreciate you all being here. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season. Looking forward to a great December. And of course, if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out.